Are you on your way to becoming a librarian, a public librarian, or a school librarian? Either one. Here are 7 things that you will become when you become a librarian. Let's go. Number 1, when you become a librarian, you will also become a teacher. Whether you are a public librarian or a school librarian, you will be a teacher. You will always be sharing information, teaching and educating either your patrons in the public library system or your students in the school library. Not only that, as a school librarian, you will also be teaching your faculty and administration as well, and educating them on many different things. The second thing that you are going to become when you become a librarian is a manager. You will have to manage your library space, whether it is in the public library or in the school library. You're going to have to manage and organize the space, your workflow, in a way that works for everybody, your patrons, your students, and yourself. You are most likely going to be managing staff. So as the public librarian, you might have assistants, clerks, pages, other people working with and around you, and it may be your job to supervise and manage that staff. In the school library, you may have an assistant or an aide, but you're going to have to manage any staff that you might have, any volunteers that you might have, and you're going to have to manage your students and your classrooms as well. So you are going to become an expert at being organized and managing things. Another management role that you most likely will have is managing a budget. You may or may not have that role in a public library, because there will be many public librarians and you may not be the one in charge of the budget. But in the school library, you will have a book budget, a supply budget, and you will definitely have to be the one managing those things. The third thing that you will become when you become a librarian is a listener. So in the public library, people will come in, they will walk over to the desk or wherever you are, and they will ask you questions, they will tell you stories, they will try to explain what their needs are. Along with all of that will come personal stories. As a teacher, no matter what level, K through 12, that you might be teaching in as the school librarian, you are going to hear stories. Kids love to tell stories, and sometimes very personal stories. They're going to tell you when it's their birthday. They're going to tell you what they're having for Christmas dinner. They're going to tell you when their grandpa is visiting. Sometimes they're going to tell you too much and really overshare. Just a little heads up on that. I'll never forget, one time a 2nd grader was online checking out his book, and he said to me, "My father has the most disgusting habit." And I was like, please don't tell me. And thankfully, he did not tell me. But you will hear it all, especially in the elementary school. The fourth thing that you are going to become when you become a librarian is a researcher. You are going to be researching books. What are the best books? What are the most appropriate books? What kind of books does your population need? And this is if you are in the public library or the school library. Not only books, that includes all types of media, newspapers, magazines, movies. You're also going to be researching services and programs for your patrons and your students as well. What programs can you bring to the school? What services are offered in the community or through the library to your patrons? It's a lot of research and very time consuming to gather information on all of those things, whether you're building programs, building your collection, or looking for ways to serve your students and patrons. Another way you're going to be researching is to help your patrons and students and faculty and admin with their information needs. So whether it is projects, so if it is class projects, you will be researching the best resources to serve your classes and your students. It could be in a public library, it could be a patron that just walks in and asks a question, and so you can direct them how to find the answer, but many times you will be finding the answer for them, kind of like the human Google. Number 5, you are going to become a text expert when you become a librarian. And high tech as well as low tech. Low tech meaning you are going to know how to unjam the printers. You're going to know how to learn how to change the printer ink. You're going to learn how to use the printers. You're going to teach patrons how to access their email accounts. You're going to learn software and programs. You're going to become familiar with databases and how your students can access them. You're going to use Google Classroom or some other similar type of classroom online teaching platform. You are going to learn how to troubleshoot the students' Chromebooks. You are possibly going to be running and maintaining the website for your school. You may be doing social media in the public library and the school library as well. So all kinds of things that you will have to learn. Software, platforms, technology. And number 7, when you become a librarian, you are also going to become an advocate for your library programs, an advocate for the First Amendment, the right to ideas and information, the right to read. You are going to become an advocate for your patrons and an advocate for your students. There's my list of things that I know you will become when you become a librarian, whether you are working in a public library setting or whether you are working in a school setting, you will become all 7 of those things. Well, that's it for today. So don't forget, support your local libraries, support your independent bookstores, and support your right to read. See you next time.